guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. A great big shout out to my channel members for supporting my channel. Thank you. All right, so this is my October 2023 completed pages video. Yep, I got 3 pages done this month, and these are all end of the month kind of completed pages. I did not work on anything until I think like the 25th or the 26th of October. There are lots of coloring books I could have, and October is definitely the month that people do like Halloween or witchy type things, but I've been mostly reading and working. And I'm watching a little bit of anime, but really just reading, working. And there were a few weeks in October that I wasn't feeling well because of pain. And so, yeah, my hobbies wait on me, and they like hanging out with me when I'm ready to hang out with them. So let's get some organization done and we'll get started. I don't foresee this video being very long just because of the volume or lack thereof of pictures. So I did do one in here. I do need to take a picture of this because I did do this for Olga Rani's monthly prompt, which is due at the end of November of Supernatural. And I did this picture right here. And I remembered to use the picture that has the lines because this book does have doubles of things, and I will not be cutting anything out or sending it away or whatever. But I really enjoyed this. I used my Caran d'Ache Supra Colors, Aquarelles, I think they're called, not activated. And then I did a Distress ink stain on the background. I did cover up her face and her face, but as you can see, because I added a wet element, some of the things actually bled and some of the things are getting a little muddled together, and I don't mind that look. I kind of want to get more sprays, but I also kind of don't have a place to store them. But I think like a gray or like a black would be really interesting. And it's really easy to use. I do like how the super colors work on here, and I like using them just as a pencil because I have used them on here before, just dry. I haven't actually used any like luminance or polys or prisma or any of my other pencils in here. All of the 3 pages that I've done thus far have been watercolor pencils, and whether I activate or not, to me, I just like how the pencils feel on the page. The text that I put on here kind of speaks to this to me, and it says, "You were lost somewhere in the fog of memory, and I was powerless to pull you near." And that's a quote from Angie Wyland Crosby. I don't know, I really like the look of the page. I like the inspiration page here, and it also helped me see what exactly different elements were, but I don't feel tied to I have to keep to the color palette of that. And then I have completed a few pages in here. This one I really enjoyed. I did this back in August. And then the other one I did here, this one I enjoyed as well. This was with Gold Fiber Aqua pencils, and this is not activated. So I like the look. It looks kind of sketchy. Again, looks kind of sketchy, but this one here I actually did activate, and I also like the look of that as well. And because this paper is both textured and thick, I think it really works well with the pencils that I have that I can actually do water activation with. I always mean to test out various things in here, but honestly, I don't. So, I mean, I've got a whole bunch of different watercolor pencils, and I like the thought of testing different pencils in here, but I also know that I enjoy the Faber-Castell aqua pencils, and I know I enjoy my Caran d'Ache Supra Aquarelles, and so my mind is like, well, you should test things out because of reasons, but why would you waste your time because you know you like these other products? So that's kind of how that mental thing goes with me. But that's this. Oh, this is Doming's Bizarre Bottle. I did pick this up before Book Depository closed, so you no longer can get it there. But if you do Doming bizarre bottle, you should be able to find this on Etsy. And so that's one completed page. Another completed page is out of this. This is something I got because of Pixies Projects. She is doing a monthly color along here so that by the time this particular hashtag is done, you will have a completed coloring book. I did not do the one for September, but I do have it marked. But I did do the one for October. And this was twofold. One, I wanted to do a picture for this prompt, and two, Olga Rani's weekly prompt due November 10th or 11th is snail. Now that snail is not part of this picture. That's actually a sticker from Sticky Club. And I have no problems adding an element to a page that will match a hashtag because why not? It's a very limited color palette. I did just kind of frame this out just so I wouldn't have to do everything on the back end. Originally I thought I could do washi tape, like a washi tape wallpaper type of look. I thought, no, that's just way too much cutting. And I thought, well, maybe I can cut this out and then put it on a scrapbook paper, but it's still the same problem, just way too much cutting. And so this is actually just some smushed distress ink that I've put back there. And then the focus really is just on the elements here. And then this is a Tim Holtz sticker that says, "This is what family looks like." And I liked that sticker because, I mean, family, I know most people think of husband, wife, children, or wife, husband, but there's that nuclear family. But sometimes family is just you and your bestest fur baby. I don't have a fur baby. That's just too much commitment for me. But whenever I want some hugs and cuddles, my parents' cats kind of tolerate me. And then this is just various different alcohol markers. But that's my completed page out of this. The hashtag for this changes because the way that Instagram is working. So this was Complete Cozy Spaces, October 2023. And this also counts for Color Your Hoard, October 2023, hosted by Lavella and T. This hashtag, the Complete Cozy Spaces, is hosted by Pixie. And then Find a Color is hosted by Olga Rani. I'll go ahead and link all of their channels in the description box below. But that's my second completed page out of this Rated Prints coloring book, Cozy Spaces. And then my final page is out of this one here, Magic Dreamland by Mei Zhang. This is another group buddy color, and the page we had chosen was this one right here. And this one I'm also using towards Olga Rani's monthly prompt of supernatural. And so it wasn't inherently a supernatural, although honestly, depending on your interpretation of what supernatural is, I think any of these pages could be. But I definitely wanted to have something that was not even spooky, but a little darker than you probably would think. I think this was something about a lamb. There's words in here, and it says, I had to look, lamb who cannot sleep. But I didn't see a lamb, not necessarily. And so I added this kind of line element here. So that's just all water-based marker. I think that was a Crayola. And I added some white Posca as well as white Uniball just to play up because the paper is actually cream. And then originally I had this colored with like a black, I think a Crayola pen. Water-based marker works actually really well back here, but I wanted her to pop. And so I eventually went with a black acrylic pen. I used Jelly Roll pens, some of the gray ones that I have, to kind of get rid of some of the black lines, although it was very intentional to keep her horns in those lines. I don't know what's going on with the oven mitts here, but that's fine. This I had colored in, and then I added some both white Uniball in here as well as some gray just to give it some texture. It looks like she's got like this poofy kind of dress, and I wanted to have the only other color on here be her eyes, and then I added in the mouth because the mouth wasn't actually on the original picture. Now the reason why, I don't know if you can see it, there's that weirdness there, is because I didn't let that dry and I smeared. And so you can see some of it here, although I tried to cover that up. And so I added some white Uniball and then some kind of specks on her skin. I actually wanted her eyes to be a lot darker, but I used the Jelly Roll Moonlight pens instead of like a sparkle pen, or perhaps like one of these, what are they called? The glaze pen. I think I could have gotten a darker color that way. But overall, I think this looks really interesting. The text on here, again, another Tim Holtz sticker, was, "Is your drama going to have an intermission soon?" I don't know that this picture actually says that to me, but I like using those snarky Tim Holtz stickers that I have. And so not a lot of pictures completed. I don't know that I will have a lot of pictures completed, but I did enjoy the pictures that I did. If you're interested, stay tuned and I'll go ahead and get my coloring book journal. So this is my Maisy Lanco coloring book journal. I have not updated this because I think there's a few more prompts here, and for the most case I did not color any of those, so that's cool. I need to update over here again up and through the end of November. The monthly prompt for her find and color is supernatural, whatever your interpretation of that is, so I'll update that later. But let's go into this one right here. And I'm really trying to embrace not getting tied to a particular pen because there's actually different colors on here. So let's just keep doing that. So Opal, nope. Eerie, nope. Portrait, yeah. Either the Doming or the Rata Prince pencil. Watercolor pencil counts. Hardback, that Bizarre Bottle one is a hardback, so that works. 10 by 10, no. Zen Von Zed, no. Jonah Bassford, no. Group Buddy, yes, I actually had two. Ikuko, no. And Off the Shelf, no. Tackle Your Treasures, that was a yes. Grogu, still have not colored in there. And that means also no Morgan O'Brien. Coloring Your Star Zodiac, nope. And that's my own hashtag, but again, I haven't been coloring, so that's fine. Hannah K. Treasure, nope. Color Your Hoard, yes. Megs, no. I think the letter this month is N. I have to write down what the letter was for last month, but I didn't do it. Complete Area Veil, no. I still haven't completed. I think I have like 3 or 4 pages. For Pixies Disney, I know I saw the video, but I didn't write it down, but I didn't do it. We'll just leave it. Animal Doing People Things, no. And Complete Cozy Spaces, yes. It didn't start until September because I believe August was the last time that Complete Area Veil was going on. So that, it doesn't mean that I didn't do it, it just means it wasn't available. I'll have to figure that out. So for my buddy colors, we're on this page right here. Individual means just between me and 1 or 2 other people, but the group means it's a picture chosen specifically for that month for a group. And so, oh no, that's wrong. I did 3 pages this month, but only 2 of them were group. And that was the Magic Dreamland, as well as the Rata Prince. In here, completed coloring pages, total of 3. You just saw them. 1 was for a weekly prompt by Snail. The other 2 were for the monthly prompt. And the way that Olga does her monthly prompts, it's generally a month and a half. So it actually was from like the 15th of October through the end of November. So it still counts because that's when I did it. So 100% of my pages counted towards some sort of Olga Rani prompt. I have not come back in here to update any of these things, and I have not filmed anything new for my inventory of my coloring book. So right now we are holding at 3 shelves. I still have shelf number 4 to do. Quick-ish video. We've got 2 more months this year. Whether I color a lot and finish strong. Well, no, that's not the right terminology. I will finish strong regardless of how many pages I do, because again, it's a hobby, it's not a job. Just I started the year coloring quite a bit. In fact, lots right here. And then as things at work and then health-wise have just gotten the best of me, I just haven't been focusing on this particular hobby and just focusing on some other hobbies. I'd love to know if you had a favorite picture of the 3 that I showed you. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, well, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.